Okay, I told some of you the other night to make this little video explaining how I think crap's going on around here, what's happening in the country. First of all, I want to congratulate Mr. Obama. Y'all think he's stupid, but really he's not. I want to congratulate him on the job he's done so far. You know, 236 years, all other presidents combined, what they've worked for to build this country as it is today, that man has single-handedly pretty well destroyed it in 4 years. I mean, he's had some help, don't get me wrong, but pretty much his own baby. He's pretty much took it down himself. I don't know. How are you going to fix it? Well, the first thing you got to do is, well, we got to get rid of it. That's all there is to it. 4 more years, we won't have a country. I mean, we'll have a country, but we'll be like some third world little shithole over there, starving our asses off, wondering where everything went wrong. I don't know, it's like I told a friend the other night on the phone, she knows who she is. I said, you know, the problem with the country, with the American people, is everybody seems to think that you gotta vote either Democratic or Republican. You know, nobody thinks outside the box anymore. You know, that's it. You either run Democratic or Republican. You know, bullshit. There's a lot of people out there that ain't either one, just got ideas of how to fix it. And that brought up another thing that I told her. You know, I said, years ago, you know, I don't know how it is on the vote ballot nowadays, but you used to be able to write in a candidate. You know, you didn't like who was running, found Joe Blow off the street, you liked what he had to say, you thought he had a plan, you voted for him. Not that he'd get it, but still, you voted for him. Nobody does that anymore, you know? And that's part of the problem, because look what we got, you know? We got Obama, who has the audacity, after screwing everything up the way he has so far, he thinks he's going to run again, you know, win. You know, this guy never stops. But on the other hand, you got Mitt Romney. And, you know, to tell you the truth, I think he's nothing but Obama and white. That's the only difference. I don't think he'll do any more than what Obama's doing. I think he'll finish the job. You know, you got to understand, these guys are paid professional liars. They will say and do anything to get their way, to get in that office. And once they're there, you don't mean nothing. You ain't nothing. They tend to forget that you and I hired them, you know. And we could fire them if we get the balls to do it, but we won't do it. Now, enough of that said on that, because we know where we stand on that. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
After 2 miles,
if I was
follow the
in
road
that
to the
position
left,
right there, I
onto
guarantee
I-4.
I could fix this in 2 years. In probably less than 2 years. I would have this country turn around the way it used to be, making a profit and everything else in less than 2 years. It's not that hard to do. You know, if you can run your household, if you can run a household budget, you know, you can run the government. That's a myth that, you know, they say, you know, you got to have all this high-powered education and all that crap. You don't. All you got to do is have common sense. You know, something them morons forgot, or they never had in the first place. You know, common sense. That's all it takes.
After 1
there's
mile,
a lot of stuff
follow
on
the
the
road
table,
to
but
the
you
left.
know, in the
onto
2 years it would
I-4.
take to fix the problem, you know, people will be upset because it's going to take sacrifice on the people's behalf too. And what I mean by that, okay, we'll go back to the war, the Iraq war, whatever the hell they called the damn thing.
After 1.5 miles,
10 years.
follow the road to the left
Actually, it's been
onto
12
I-4.
12 years. 12 years we've been fighting war. That's the longest war we have ever fought in our history. The longest damn war. That precedes the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the Spanish-American
follow the road
War,
to the
World
left
War I,
onto
II,
I-4.
Korea, Vietnam, you know, and for what?
After 2 miles,
You know,
follow
what
the
are we
road
doing
to
there?
the left
Well, I'll tell you what we were
onto
doing there. We went
I-4.
over with the idea of kicking somebody's ass, and then along the way, we forgot what we were doing, and we decided, you know, we was going to, I don't know, protect oil or whatever the hell they thought they was going to do. But, you know, here's the deal. Right there, that'd save you a bunch of money, right there. That'd save you billions of dollars a day, right there. If you're not going to finish what you started, pull them boys and girls out of there. Every single one of them. Bring them home. They don't need to be over there dying, you know, fighting for a lost cause that you don't plan on winning. You know, if you don't plan on winning the war, don't send them. You know, keep them over here. There's no sense in it.
After 1 mile, follow the
And
road
look
to
at the
the
money you
left
save there.
onto
You save
I-4.
a bunch of money. I'll tell you how to put them camel cowboys in their place over there. It ain't hard to do. And you know, if everybody would stop and realize when you go to the gas pump and you fill up your car, or I fill up my truck, you know, just like back there at the Love's, you know, putting their $1,000 right there. A good majority of that
After
money
1.5
is going
miles,
over to
follow the
support
road to
your
the
own
left
demise.
onto I-4.
You're killing yourself because they take that money that you buy that oil with and they pump it back into Hamas, they pump it back into the Taliban, they pump it into every terrorist organization they can think of, and hell, they even make
Follow
it
the
from while
road
they're
to
at
the
it.
left onto I-4.
That's where you start stopping it. You want to put a halt to them, quit buying their oil. That's
After
what
2
we need to
miles,
do.
keep
Quit
right
buying their
onto
oil.
US Highway 192
you
East
quit
10
buying their oil,
freeway exit. Then keep
within
right.
a year, they're going to be whining and crying. They're hungry. They're broke. They can't eat. They can't support their family. They can't do it. Tough titty. You know? Tough titty. You should have thought about that before you decided to wage war. You know? You should have thought, you know, with every action, there's a total and opposite reaction. The problem is, everybody says, oh, well, we can't do that. We got to have oil. We got to have the oil. Yeah, we got to have oil. That's no shit there. But you know what? We got enough right here at home. We got enough. Right up there in
After 1
Montana,
mile, keep
across
right onto
Wyoming,
US Highway
part of
192
North Dakota
East 10
is one of the
freeway
largest
exit.
reservoirs.
Then
It's so much
keep
bigger than
right.
Saudi Arabia. The last figures I read up on it was there was enough oil to supply us for the next 1,000 years. But I don't know about you. You know, I'm probably not going to live another 1,000 years. You know, and by the time that 1,000 years comes around, the technology is going to be so great that nobody's going to depend on oil
After
anymore.
1.5 miles,
You know,
keep
that's
right
what people
onto
don't understand.
US Highway
They think
192
we
East
got to
10
buy that
freeway
off of
exit.
them damn camel
Then
cowboys, and
keep
we
right.
don't. You know, if you was to drill here, you was to take and retrofit the old refineries, build new
Now
refineries.
keep right onto US Highway
Look how many
192
jobs you
East
just
10
created right
freeway
there, just
exit.
in the oil production, just
keep
in the
right.
oil fields. You know, I can only think of
After
about
0.2
4
miles,
major
keep right
refineries
onto US
that's
Highway
still up and
192
running
East.
that I know of. And 2 of them are burning, or were burning. One out in Richmond, California. I don't know if they got it put out or not. You got the one in Philadelphia. You got Sinclair, Wyoming. And you got the one down there in the Gulf. Now, them's the only 4 I know of. I don't know, there could be a couple small ones around, you know, I don't know. But that's beside the point. The idea is, if you want people back to work, you want people off the unemployment line, off the welfare line, off of this and that, you've got to come up with something. You've got to come up with something, and you've got to come up with it quick, and something to put them back. And the oil will put them back to work pretty near overnight. Not only that, then it won't cost us, well, like right back there, $4.11 a gallon for a gallon of diesel fuel. And that's ridiculous, you know. Diesel fuel's the first thing they take off crude. First damn thing, it kerosene. It costs more to refine gasoline, which is cheaper. You know, it's ridiculous. Now, after you get through doing that, well, there's some other things. You got to start cutting some programs. You know, I told that friend the other night. I said, you know, the first thing I would do is the seniors, you be safe. You know, you paid your share into Social Security. And I'd let you finish it out. The younger generation, my generation, that, no. You know, it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna do away with this Social Security. It's a joke, man. All it is a little piggy bank for Congress to dip their little hand in every damn time they think they need a little spending cash. That's all it is, a piggy bank. There ain't no security in it. I don't even know how they come up with the name of it, because there is no security. So if it ain't doing any good, why have it there? All you're doing is taking hard-working people's money away from them, making their paycheck smaller per week, to where they got to decide, you know, do I pay the light bill, you know, so the kids got heating and air conditioning, or do I put food on the table so they're not hungry? That's the kind of decisions you come down to, and that's total fucking bullshit. You know, it needs to be cut off. Welfare needs reform. You know, sure, there's people out there that's needing it and need it bad. You know, there's no doubt about it. But for every one of those people that actually need it, 15 are drawing it because it's free, easy money. You know, there we're back to the gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm entitled to it. You know, I don't need to work. That ain't the way it works. You know, if I don't know, if you're gonna just to have a family to draw a welfare check on each one of their kids, you need to keep your damn legs closed. You need to zip your pulled up. That's what you need to do. Because it ain't your job, it ain't my job to support these people's kids. Hell, it's all I can do is support mine, you know. And you know, that irritates hell out of me right there. You know, 25 years I've been doing this. And up until, about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, the wife, she really didn't work, you know, because for one thing, I don't believe in a wife having to work. I believe it's the husband's job to go out, kill something, drag it home to the cave to feed the family. That's the way I believe. But you know, the way things are so screwed up now, both parents got to work, you know, or the family don't survive, and that is that is also screwed up, especially if